Well, good evening. I thought I would do an impromptu live, and this is day one of the 10-day detox to see if anyone had any questions that I could answer. That hopefully you had a good day and you managed to do the first day, which the topic in the book for day one is satisfy. And I think it's kind of interesting that day one's about controlling your appetite and your cravings, and it's probably front and center in your mind. You may have had a little bit of a problem today with some cravings, which I certainly did the first day. I started this several days ago and have been recording videos of my experience each day. So I'm a little bit ahead of the group that's joining me. And so you will certainly have some swings in your insulin and, as you detox from sugar and some of the addictive foods. So and I think too that there is an emotional component to eating, and I am definitely an emotional eater, and that the longer that you do the whole food eating, the less you have the cravings and the mood swings and all of those things that happen when you are on this clean eating plan. So some of it says power your day with the right combination of foods, which is real important, and avoid temptation zones. It's just like, telling a client of mine that might be trying to overcome alcoholism that you don't go to the bar and you don't go to parties where there's booze. It's the same type of thing. If you can avoid food for a few days, places where they have food, I know at work that they have all kinds of stuff. Hello, Mrs. G. How are you? And Daryl, how are you doing this evening? I'm just doing a little follow-up live to see if anyone had questions about the PGX. I did take that supplement before. It says it absorbs water and it makes you feel full. And I did have some already, so I didn't have to get any more. I think another important thing that he talks about is to eat at the same time every single day. Try to be on a schedule, and then to prioritize sleep. So just ask Pam. Hi, Pam. How are you? Is this your first time in on my live? I'm glad to see you here. But I'm talking about this 10-day detox diet that I'm doing a challenge on. And I don't know, earlier I caught some of Julie's live on journaling, which if you wonder how to journal or what's the best way to journal, her channel is a great place to learn some of that. But some of the day one journal questions are: how am I feeling physically today? What thoughts and emotions are present for me today? What are my beliefs about my relationship to food? Am I in control? Well, I tell you, a lot of the times I wasn't in control of my food. It was in control of me. And it's great to reel that in and begin to feel like that I am more in control of my eating. Oh, Pam said I have been on before, and yes, I did know about this. That's great, Pam. That's great. What false beliefs might I have about my cravings? Last week I started on Tuesday. last week, I think, or Wednesday. But on Thursday at work, they had this cake. It was like an Italian cream cake, chocolate, and it had the like the filling and the whipped cream icing. And I walked past that thing every time I went to go get a client, and it was like I wanted to cover it up with a piece of paper or something, because the second day you may have a lot of cravings and stuff. And so I wrote a little bit about that, because it just looked so good. They have donuts a lot. I can pass those up. Most of the times cookies, I can pass those up. And they put them in the break room, so I'll stay out of the break room. That's kind of, hi, Catherine. How did you do today? Did you do okay? And I think that it says, how does envisioning that make me feel? Because it says, what would my life look like if I were not addicted to sugar, caffeine, and flour? Well, I can do without the flour, and I can do gluten-free is not that hard. And I've not been on much sugar stuff for a while. But caffeine, I have my 1 cup of coffee in the morning still. I have, so Catherine said, I have been reading the book today. It's really good. It is really good. It has a lot of good information in it. And, I watched your video on yo-yo dieting, and that yes, we tend to slowly sometimes revert back to our regular habits, because that's what's comfortable. And, we, if you're an emotional eater, then, and you can't keep your emotions in check, then you're gonna go back to eating. I don't know if it's self-sabotage, or if it's just that our natural bile functioning is to return to those things that we like. And that's what's normal to us. It's what's comfortable. And, like I said, I did this 4 years ago. And some of the things that I continue to do was artificial sweeteners, diet sodas. I still drink a lot of water, the sugar, and just really curtailed or stayed away from gluten. And those were the main things that I stuck to all this time. I did add in complex carbs and that sort of thing. So the last question on the day 1 journaling is, how can I create new habits that will sustain me? And I think a lot of it is you have to change your mindset that this is a healthy way of eating, and to just decide that you're going to do it for yourself. And that's kind of what I did. And, my health has been so much better over the last few years, because I had continued to watch for preservatives. My thing is chips, but I found that Frito corn chips don't have all the preservatives like other chips. Of course, most chips are gluten-free, but you kind of have to look for wheat, the wheat flour, and they make gluten-free flour. My sister-in-law's celiac, and so I've learned what to look for that can set off that gluten monitor. And so those are some things that I have stuck to, that I completely changed my diet. And I know that I can look back, Catherine, you were talking about things happen, and 2 years ago, has it been 2 years? This October will be 2 years since my mom died. And my mom died a week later. I had a best friend die. I've lost 3 best friends that were in my tight circle over the last year and a half. And then I had a really close colleague die, and it was February, and it was cold, and I just I got depressed, and I eat when I'm depressed, and I gained about 10 pounds. So it was a short time span, and you know. And then last year was a really hard year. And even though it was, I really started watching more what I eat. I increased my strength training weights, and I dropped that 10 pounds. But I've stayed pretty consistent, the same weight, um, you know, over the last 4 years, except for about 6 months um, last year. And so, hello, Gary. YouTube police is in the house. So he's saying hello to everyone. And so we're just chatting up here about um, you're just working. You work all the time. So, but this is my cup. Is Dr. Ninja Turtle still here? This is my road name, Doc. So you do work a lot. Well, there's a payoff. Aren't you trying to get some stuff done? So really, Gary, that's great. I am in recovery, but I'm in the other program. You're working on your retirement. And I did that. The last 4 years I worked was all about pumping up the Social Security. And man, am I glad I did that. So, hello, Mike. How are you doing? You hanging in there with that new job? So, yes, I have 31 years in Al-Anon, Gary. So, my husband and I, we used to ride with the motorcycle club survivors. So, yeah. And wow, Daryl, that's great. He says, I'm winding down. Classes in tomorrow, and I have 10 days off. What are you going to do, Dr. Ninja Turtle? What are you going to do? So, Gary said, congrats, you're a success story. I am. I changed my life with the 12 steps. I can vouch for that. So, you came home right after work and took a nap. Yeah. You're not driving back and forth, are you? That's 3 hours. That's an hour longer than where you were before. Oh, you're going to read Roger's books, Daryl? That's great. Gary said, I drank a lot when I was really young, never really did the drugs. My brother passed away from drug overdose. Sorry to hear that. I worked in the addiction field for 15 years at a treatment center. I started out as a clinical director, and then I moved over and I was the director of the facility. It was a 34-bed residential treatment for drugs and alcohol. And we did dual diagnoses. So Mike says, thank you so much, Dr. Ninja. And Mike said, no, I was living in a Walmart parking lot 13 minutes from the job site. So, Catherine said, thanks, Daryl. We hope you will enjoy them. That's great. That's great. We want a book review, Dr. Ninja. Mike, that is phenomenal. Somebody was nice enough to gift me a camping spot with electric, and I had enough money from the gift to go buy an AC. God is good. God is good. I am so glad to hear that. That is wonderful. So you can chill out and take a nap after work. Gary said the iconic thing is we were waiting on a bed to become available in a treatment. It seemed to take forever. The day he died, they called and said a bed opened up. Still bothers me. I bet it does, Gary. That's hard. That's really hard. Because you're hoping that you can get them in for help, and it's in Texas. I don't know, and it's part of the they've removed funding for a lot of that stuff. So hi Joshua. Mike said yes. Catherine said, Mike, how nice of them. AC is a must right now. Yeah. Dr. Ninja Turtle. I'm sorry. What was your question, Rhonda? I don't remember. That was how many chats ago? Oh, so I guess I asked you what you were going to do, and you told me you were going to read books. So Gary said 2020 hindsight. Yes. Yeah. Catherine said, Gary, bad timing to say the least. I'm sorry. Gary said, no doubt. Thanks, Catherine. Joshua said, I did send the feedback to YouTube saying I wish they put in audio descriptions for any video. That would be a cool idea. Yeah, it would. It would, Joshua. So, anybody have any questions about this? I did some batch cooking today. I was so proud of myself because I'm not so much into that, but I did it. And I cooked the turkey meatballs. And then I was going to grill some chicken, but I didn't get that done. But I made guacamole, cut up vegetables, and a bunch of prep stuff. Bagged it up. I've got it all ready. I've got my lunch all ready for tomorrow, and so because that's where I succeed really well is if I'm prepared, and that. So Gary, YouTube, please. I'm going to have to run get some food if I want to eat tonight, but I'll be back. Looks like you just started. I shouldn't take long. We'll listen while I'm driving. That's great, Gary. Go get you something to eat. Just keep it going until I get back. And those of you in the chat, keep her busy with conversation. Just saying. Mike said, Catherine, how's your carnivore? I have just been eating chicken breast and green beans and tuna for lunch. Cheap diet. Oh my, Catherine got sick on carnivore and she had to stop doing it. Didn't you end up in the ER? Or did you go to like Doc in the Box? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know when it was popular to do, forget what diet it was, but it was like the keto diet or whatever. And the first time I tried it, and that's when I had my first gallbladder attack. It was horrible. Man, I didn't do that no more. So, um, so I don't know if Miss M's here, but I certainly have empathy for her over this gallbladder stuff she's dealing with. Yep, Catherine ended up in the ER, Mike. So she quit the carnivore diet. She's going to switch over. This one I think will be better for her because it has a lot of vegetables and eat berries and vegetables. She has a little bit of trouble with nuts, but I don't eat a lot. A little handful of nuts. It's amazing how satiating just a little handful of nuts are. After a few days. I mean, I'm amazed at my lack of appetite. And I think a lot of this, the way it's set up and the way he talks, is I think possibly that eating this way does the same kind of thing that the GLP-1 shot does. Because people that I hear that talk about that they don't have any cravings and their appetite is real satiated and all of that sort of stuff, that it sounds a lot the same, because that's what happens when I do this eating plan. So okay, it says, Mike said, I did see you put a video out. I'm waiting for supper to get over so I can go watch YouTube videos. Joshua said, I didn't know you were in Arkansas, Catherine, or someone else is in. No. Oh, Miss M's lurking. Yeah, that's when I had my first gallbladder attack, Miss M, was when I tried the keto diet the first time, or what it was called. I think it was called something else. Catherine said, Mike, it's hard to keep up with everyone. It sure is. And Catherine said, Joshua, I'm in Arkansas. Justin's in the house. How are you, Mr. Justin? I haven't seen you on these YouTube streets in a while. Oh. So Justin said, hi, everyone. Or how are y'all? I'm all right. Well, I am too. I've been doing good. And pretty close to Lowell. So Catherine's saying hello to Justin. Joshua said, I didn't know, Catherine. Justin in the house. Yes, sir. That's great. Is it cold there in Australia? It's so strange. It was 102 here today. So Miss M said, I had cheese, curds, pizza, and wings. After that, I had a gallbladder attack. Oh, it lasted forever, too. Traveling with Combs. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Where are y'all off to? Wasim? Hey, Wasim. Well, traveling. They're out traveling. Duh, that's why their name's Traveling Whitcombs, right? So, is that someone that y'all know? Or are you just saying you'd be? Catherine's my greeter. She's greeting everyone. Traveling Whitcomb said, hi, Catherine, great to see you. Justin said, yeah, it's cold, about 60, 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's, if it was 60 here, it would feel really cool. Wasim says, hey, fabulous. Joshua, I wish we meet each other in person, Catherine, if you meet with you somewhere. Miss M, mine lasted for 2 days. It was the worst. Yeah, off and on, I had several attacks and went to the doctor, and they told me I had sludge in my gallbladder. So whatever that is, Miss M, I don't know. You clean that sludge out, do something. Oh, blessings. Wasim said blessings. Mike said traveling Whitcombs. Hello, can't wait to watch your video from the Harley Davidson Museum. I was there probably 4 years ago. Great place to visit. Love the history. I'm going to have to watch it. Yeah. So Miss M said, hey, Brandon or Ash. Is that the two Traveling Whitcombs? Hey, Mike, great to see you, friend. I'm glad you're looking forward to that video. We really love Milwaukee. Yeah. Mike said, Justin, how have you been? Hello, how are you? It's been a minute. It has been a minute. It's been a while since I've seen Mr. Justin. So it's great that you hopped in here tonight. So Justin, Miss M says, hey, Justin. It's Brandon tonight. It's Brandon of the Traveling Whitcombs. Miss M saying hello to Justin. And Justin said, yes, sir, Mike. Too long, buddy. Mike said, love it, Rhonda. So many great bikes. Oh, I bet there was. We went to a bike museum that was in Oklahoma, and they had really, really old motorcycles. It was pretty cool. It was just a guy that he had a motorcycle shop, and then in the back he had these. They were antique motorcycles. Mike said, I really like the chopper from the 60s that has American flag on it. It's a lot of famous pictures. That bike is amazing. That's great. 2026 almost over, Catherine. It's half over, that's for sure. So Justin said, Miss M, are you feeling my hug I keep sending you? Miss M said, good news. I see the GI doctor this Thursday, Rhonda. That's great, Miss M. I'll tell you, it's great that you. Brandon from Traveling Whitcomb says, let's just say when we went to edit this video, we didn't realize just how much we actually recorded at the Harley Davidson Museum. It's like half the video, LOL. Well, why not all the video? Or make 2 videos? People that love Harleys, they love Harleys. We have a street glide. So Miss M said, I'm feeling it, Justin. She's feeling your hug, Justin. That's so cool, all the way from Australia. So, yeah. So I have to admit that I am feeling really good. I have a lot of energy. For me, this is day 6. But I started the challenge on my YouTube channel. Today is day 1. And I recorded day 6 this morning. So I'm documenting kind of my journey, and I'm talking about in each day he has a different topic, and he gets into a lot of what Catherine talks about the emotional side of an eating plan and what makes us eat and sabotage and all of that sort of thing. It's a lot about our thinking, and I think was it. Yeah, and to listen to our body. So, living my best life. Hello, Echo. Okay, Gary's back. I've had 2 Harleys, no longer. Justin said, cool, Miss M. Echo said, hello, everyone. She is living my best life. And then Kenneth Wilkinson is Chris. Welcome in, Chris. Mike said, man, we're in a severe thunderstorm and I'm in my little camper. Kind of scary. Well, we'll stay on with you, Mike. It is kind of scary. I think probably a thunderstorm, and if you're in a tent, RV, camper, or whatever, it's kind of scary. So Mike said, hello, Chris. Good to see you. Justin said, YouTube, Mon. Sup? Miss M said, stay safe, Mike. Sally D is in the house. Hello, my girl, my sunshine girl, Rhonda. Hey, Sally. How'd you do today? Did you do all right with your eating? Sally D, Kenneth, great to see you both. Sally said, I'm so sorry that I did not know you were live tonight. It was impromptu. I didn't know if I was going to get home in time, and I didn't know how long Julie was going to be on. And I had to go get a prescription. And so I was listening to Julie sitting there waiting on my script. And then I got home and I had to eat something. And so I thought, I'm just going to go live. So, and I will probably go live again tomorrow, maybe about 6:30. I don't know. I don't know what I got going on anymore. Yes. Is that the yes to my question that you did good today? So day one's not so bad. Day two's a little harder. Day three's, I think, the tough day. And I I have I felt really fatigued in the afternoon, and then Saturday I did not feel too well at all. Well, come to find out, I have a infection, and so now I've got antibiotics. My doctor, they called this morning and said that my test results were back, and so they wanted me to go pick up a script. Okay, it says Mike Tyler was having trouble too, but not anymore. What's Mike having trouble with? Thunderstorms? Okay, Mike said, hello, Sally, your live stream earlier today, but you still cannot see me. Random thought GPT said it is possible that somebody with a blue coat may have blocked us. So, Joshua said, if we did meet up one day, Catherine, I would introduce you to my brother. He takes me in his car, he drives, and my dad stays home. Chris said, hi, Miss M. Sim said, hi, Chris. So, well, you know, that time, Sally, you had trouble in my life, you know. Miss M said one day Sally would be able to see me in her chat. Mike said, I don't know. Scott said you still cannot see him as well. Sally, chicken breast and Brussels sprouts, yucky. But okay, I ate. I don't like Brussels sprouts. Hey, Reds. What are you doing? How you be? You seasoned them up? I don't like Brussels sprouts. So, Sally's saying hello to Reds. Red's saying M. Mike, hello, Red's room. Sally D, what are you drinking tonight, Red? Brandon it from Traveling Whitcomb said, Red's room, great to see you. I did have trouble with your live, Rhonda. Remember? I know. And I even went in and checked, and you were not blocked. You were not any of those things. Red said, I just saw you live and had to stop by. Yeah, just kind of an impromptu live. I'm doing this 10-day detox challenge. It's to help. It's the blood sugar solution. Anyway, it says activate your body's natural ability to burn fat and lose weight fast. Well, I did it, like I said, I did the detox 4 years ago, and I lost 5 pounds in 10 days. And then I stayed on it, I don't know, about 6 months. I went into the maintenance, and I pretty much just like this. I ended up losing 10 pounds, kept it off for a long time. Red's Room TV, just a cold Heineken. Shush, don't tell Fluffy or TT. Will they get on to you? Are they your monitors, Red? Sally D, Red, stop by my channel sometime. I'll get you a drinky drink. I call it a tasty. Red's Room, I need to start mine soon. Well, I know I felt better, and I know when I went for my checkup at my doctor, she was like, what are you doing? Your blood pressure is like, we lowered my blood pressure for a while. So Miss M says, have a great evening. You too, Miss M. Joshua said, what's the weather where you're at, Catherine? So Mike said, man, I miss you all. Good job. No phones, or earbuds. I'm having YouTube withdrawals during the day. Try to catch up after work, and there's not enough time. Yeah, Mike. Yeah. It's just a shift. So Red's Room TV said, I will, Sally. And he's saying hello to Joshua. He's giving Joshua a crown. Oh, Traveling Whitcomb. Brandon said, I tried to put the premiere at a decent time for you tomorrow, Mike, but I didn't want to run into Susie's live either. So I don't know, Susie. Sally said, what time do you work, Mike? He's been working. He said he put in 70 hours last week. That is unbelievable. 70 hours. Hi, Dana. Dana, the cookie mom is here. Mike Adventure Spark said, Susie is amazing. What's her YouTube channel? What's her name? I'll have to look her up. 6 to 6. That's 12-hour days. Whew, that's long days. You know, a lot of people work 4/12s. And you said you've worked 8 days in a row. Sally said, you probably can't see my live in the morning. Traveling around Susie. Travel around Susie. Okay, I'll look her up. Hi, Pam. There's my sweet Pam. Yeah. How are you this evening? What is it? It's 8:30 here. So is it 6:30 there? Dana said, my beautiful friends. Chris, good evening, Pam. Traveling around Susie. This is Susie's channel. Okay. I wrote it down, Mike. I'm going to look her up. I'm going to look her up. Check out her channel. 7:24. So I'm 8:24. We're only an hour apart. So I might have seen her before. She was living in her van, traveling around, but she had to stop to take care of her dad. She's amazing. Okay. I'm still going to check her out. Oh, now I'm yawning. It starts getting late and I start yawning. It's my bedtime. So, oh, Miss Pam said, I'm beat from working outside all day. Otherwise, very good. Yeah, I was really busy today. I got up, I started early, and I recorded the video for today, and I had 3 videos to edit, and I did a July recap video, and I don't know, I'd like to put it out. Mrs. G saying hello to Sally and Mike and Pam. Sally D's Gina. Mike said, sorry, my speech to text is not keeping up. Oh, Sally D said, Gina, I thought of you when I was buying my Deer Park water. Oh, Sally's on that Deer Park water. She gonna get young, her skin. So this is Mike's Mrs. G, your favorite auntie. Hello. Thank you. It was very kind of you to think of me. I feel loved. So, okay. Mrs. G, your favorite auntie. Hello, you for sharing that link that was very helpful. He said, it was very kind of you to think of me. I feel loved. So, Mrs. G said, Sally, yes. Deer Park water. She says that's why her complexion's so beautiful. Mrs. G has this beautiful complexion because she drinks Deer Park water. I just drink filtered water from my refrigerator. Mrs. G said, you are loved, Mike. Joshua said, when I got that tower fan from Sam's Club during April, the timer does this when I tap the button for 30 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, and it goes up to 12 hours, Rhonda. That's great. I'm funny. Mrs. G thinks I'm funny. Well, it's that Deer Park water. Mike said, Sally D's reality question, what is Deer Park water? Gina, tell him what the Deer Park water is. It's this special water that Mrs. G drinks. And it makes her complexion all creamy and smooth. That's why she looks so young. I look young because I'm Italian. I got that Italian blood in me. So we watched a show about the mafia, and I was thinking, no wonder if I'm kin to some of these people. Yeah, it's bottled water that Gina drinks, and she says that's why she's so beautiful. It's because of Deer Park water. You need to get a sponsorship with Deer Park water, Gina. So Mrs. G said Cheryl met Miss TT and gave her a nice rebounder. It was so nice. Really, they met in person? Wait a minute. Is 0.5 hours is 30 minutes, Rhonda? I would think so. Sally said it was a conversation we had a long time ago. I asked her how her skin looked so beautiful, and she said the secret is Deer Park water. Oh, I must have been there because I remember that. Mrs. G said, Joshua, it's spring water, and I tease the ladies. That's why I keep my youth. LOL. Hello, Presley. How are you? I haven't seen you around in a while either. Red's room say, yes, they met in person. That is fabulous. Mrs. G, yes, they met in Florida. Her video is up. Oh, is it on Miss TT's channel or is it on Cheryl's? Presley said, I'm good, thanks. Mrs. G said, Red's nephew. That is so cool. And she gave her a rebounder. I know Cheryl has several. So Sally said, Presley, darling. So anyway, I can't keep up with the videos. I would think that 0.5 hours is 30 minutes, Joshua. So it's a half an hour. 0.5 is one half. Sally said, Presley Ray is back in the hospital. So I'll keep Ray in her prayers. Anyway, I just wanted to hop on here for a little bit and talk about the 10-day detox. And see there, Joshua, Mrs. G, your favorite auntie said, yes, Josh, it's 30 minutes. So I am all that batch cooking I did today. I'm tired. Cutting up them veggies. There's a lot of prep to this. And I learned some shortcuts, which helps. And Mrs. G said, Reds, where did you raid to? He raided somewhere else, but then he came over to my live. Oh, are you double dipping? Gary said you need to get another 30 to an hour. Yeah. Mrs. G said, yes, healthy eating is a lot of preparation. Josh said, okay, I was just curious, Mrs. G. Mrs. G said, Gary, sup? Gary said, sup, Bedroom TV. So it's all about the chat. We done talked about the eating plan. We're off in our own stuff. So So, oh, Mrs. G. Red's giving you the side eye and the receipts. You got some receipts? Mrs. G, your favorite auntie soup. Sally said, sup, Gary. Red's Room said, blessings, Gary. YouTube Police said, sup, Sally. Everybody's supping each other. Mike said, I need to get a rebounder and put it in the back of my truck. Yeah. I have another hour in me, Ron. And I don't think so. I've been going all day. Yeah, you could do that. You could have it slide in that hitch in the back, and you can rebound on it. And so, Reds, what's the website you're getting the phone holder from? I can remember the name of the thing. All jokes aside, Rhonda, I do need to make these adjustments for better health. If you're dealing with like your what is it, the numbers? What are the numbers when you have diabetes? That your A1C is elevated or whatever. This dot here will bring all that down. So Mike said, what's up, Gary? It's always good to see you. I will let you know, Auntie. YouTube Police, you need to start having panels. Well, I don't have StreamYard, so it's kind of hard to bring people up. Excuse me. That's Red, that's what I'm dealing with. The last checkup I had, they told me I was borderline diabetic, that my A1C was up, and I needed to try to control it with cardiovascular exercise and my diet. And that if I couldn't, then they would look at medication the next time I was in. And so I was like, I think it's time to check this thing, to do this again. And then Sally I was talking about it, and Sally wanted me to do a series on it. And so I agreed. So use the free version. Can you do all of that where people can get on? I guess you can. I have the free version from being on Karen's. You have to sign up for the free version just to be able to stream it to my channel. Mrs. G said, where is it? Red's Room says, you just get the free version, Rhonda, for now. It works just fine. No double dipping for me. I'm at home. It's a little harder in the camper. Yeah. Mrs. G. Reds, you were on a good path one time. You were on a roll. Vacation time got you off the straight and narrow, healthy path. Gary said, use the free version. Okay. Red Room TV. Yes, Auntie. Joshua. Mrs. G. Yes, Rhonda, you can use the free version of StreamYard. That's what I use. Oh, okay. Mike said, a good video. I may have to look into this and advertise Cheryl's channel, Rebounder on the Go. Yeah. Sally D said, StreamYard had a 50% off sale, and I just missed it by last night at midnight. Gary said, I'm straddling that pre-diabetic thing. It's working for me so far. Yeah. Red Room says, when meeting my dad, I did not tell the whole story. It was too hard for me to put that out yet. Yeah, I understand telling those hard stories. Gary said, don't bother with StreamYard. Go straight to EVMux. Joshua said, did you see what I said? Better priced and more options. Oh, okay. So, Joshua said, I wonder how someone makes a 42-inch tower fan as quiet as a 24 dBA. Ms. G's telling Reds, in due time, nephew, share it if and when you are ready. That's right. That's right. Go with EV Mux, have a free version, and our friend Devil Dog for small fee. He may show you how to use it. He's a good friend of Gary and mine, teaching me how to use it, but then I had to move to the camper. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, but the fee is still free. That's good. I like that. I like that discount. We call it, my family would call that the Tim's discount, because where we go fishing, there was this fishing hat that he had, and he was using it for display, and it was all dusty and everything. It was the only one he had in the store. And my son said, maybe I give you a discount. I walked up there and I said, is this the only one you have? And he said, yeah, but you can have it. And so that's the Tim's discount. Red's room. It has a lot to do with what Rhonda is talking about, Auntie. About the food or the A1C. I love the free 99 deals. Hi, everyone. A simple, happy life. Welcome in. Welcome in. So it's pretty easy to use, the EV Mux. So, oh, I get it. I get it, Red. So it's, I don't know. My dad had type 2 diabetes, and I take after him, his kind of that side of the family with all the things he dealt with. He had high blood pressure and he had digestive problems. So it's a sad story. I'm sorry to hear that, Red. It's hard. It's hard. A simple, happy life said, hey, Gary. Sally said, hello, simply a simple family life. I cannot remember your first name. Mike said, yes, you can. You're talking about EV, whatever. Sorry. Gary, yes, call me sometime and I can walk you through it. Oh, you know how I am about calling people. I'm still supposed to call you. Oh, Mike saying hello to a simple, happy life. Mrs. G said, me too, Reds. I had to make some changes too. A1C was high, but it's down to a good level. Just have to get their things in order. Yes, this is life, Rhonda. Yeah, yeah. Well, I am going to end this. Well, I got, let's see, 53 minutes, 54, 6 more minutes. I can go 6 more minutes, right? Oh, Red said, oh, Auntie, thanks for this, guys. We're glad you're here, and I'll keep you in my prayers, Red. Yeah. Gary said, I know, LOL, and the offer still stands. Red said, changes do have to be made. Yeah. Yeah. And change is not always easy, but yet, it's worth it on the other side. So Mrs. G said, sorry to hear that. Red's and uh, Red's giving Gary the side eye. If I'm at Mrs. G's house with this 42-inch tower fan, Rhonda, if I say to her, this is nearly silent, if you didn't talk in the house, is quiet. She could barely hear it. That's Joshua talking about his tower fan. So yeah, and that's when I decided that I needed to go back to doing this 10-day detox. So I've been gearing up for it and cutting some things out. And so Gary said, okay, at a computer again. So see, I hung in there. I was going to hop on here for 30 minutes, just 30 minutes. And now I've been on here for an hour. And uh, mine's Alaska Matthew. So it says, Ms. G, we have to end with no sad ending live. We got to laugh. Well, okay. It does, Reds. The book's great. Sally said, thank you, Rhonda, for doing this. The book is really great. I really like it because there's some education about uh, foods and which combinations and how we get addicted to food. And it just has some good information in it. And he not only that, he talks about emotional eating. He talks about I know that, Gary. I know that lives get watch time hours. But I also know that my channel is about taking care of yourself. And if I am tired, guess what I'm supposed to do? I am supposed to go get some rest. So there, you have been chastised. Sally said Catherine's on chapter 3 and she loves it. That's great. That's great. Mrs. G said, I need a good detox. It is. It is a detox. I know before I was eating bad. And man, I could tell that Gary said, I can't always sit at the computer. I'm stubborn. Mrs. G said, I stress eat a lot. Yeah, I stress eat, and, it's emotional eating. We used to joke about emotional eating. Why is there not an emotional eating anonymous? Because nobody'd come because they don't serve food. Oh, Sally, you're going to really like it. I threw that B-roll in on yesterday's video or today's. I don't remember. I used that clip. Oh, I used that clip just for you. Threw it in. Oh, is it today's? I can't remember. They're beginning to all run together. So the one for tomorrow will come out at 7 o'clock. Well, it's 7 o'clock my time. So that's 8 o'clock your time. So Sally D said, I was so surprised when I saw you doing that. I used that clip. I did. Yep. So will you be live for a longer live then? Nope. I'm getting off here at 1 hour. I was only going to do this for 30 minutes. So I will probably be live again. Tell her she needs to be live. Reds can't control me. He has no control over me. You think that I would let a man control me today? Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. Not this girl. So, my first husband did that, and I said, never again. And they don't. So, Gary said, if it were the right man, I have the right man, Mr. McDreamy, as Mrs. G calls him. Sally said, good night, Rhonda. I love you. Mrs. G said, 1 hour. I made it. There, I hit it, Gary, and he didn't do it the right way. My first husband didn't, for sure. I'm married to my second husband. So Chris said, good night, Rhonda. Good night, Chris. Good night, Reds. Good night, Gary. Good night, Mike. Y'all have a blessed evening, and I will probably see y'all back here on the YouTube streets tomorrow night. So, a simple and happy life. I think I've seen him. Looks kind of young. He is. I'm a cougar, and I will sign off at that. Bye, y'all.